If you're in high school, university, or you just started your career, then here are some facts for you. You will spend most of your life working. Think of it. Most employees are unhappy with what they do. You don't believe me? Look at this. To be happy in your working life is something to work on now. Hear the story of two friends who have been working for many years. You might find something in it. How do you feel about your work?
I feel blessed and happy. The reason is how I go about it, how passionate, energetic and driven I am when I do it. Seeing others suffering from their work, but I don't, makes me feel blessed. Yes, I have these bad days every now and then, but I always knew how to continue with the same passion. And if time goes back, I'll do it again and again and again. I just love it.
Can I be honest? It's the most stressful part of my day. No, seriously, I count every minute before I leave the office. Straight truth here. Okay, you have people who love their jobs and others who don't. And I just don't. But I have to do it. I have bills to pay at the end of the month. I have a family to take care of. And money doesn't grow on trees, does it?
How did you select your major?
It was a tough decision. I knew this decision will impact the rest of my life. And this sense of urgency made me initially look inside and ask myself, what are my true interests? And then I had some options. Then I tested these options against my capabilities. Then I sought advice from the right people. I looked deeply in the job market in order to have an understanding of how my daily working life would look like. Then I selected, and I believe I made the right decision.
Well, it was a last minute type of a decision. I knew I was good at some academic topics, which gave me some options to select from. But I didn't really dig into the details that my friend talked to you about. Frankly speaking, at the time, I thought that having a university degree is all it takes to be successful and happy.
How did you spend your time during university?
During my university time, like any other student, initially I was focused on understanding the university system. It was a new phase. Lectures, exams, building friendships. But down the road, I knew that I would have many possible career paths, companies, markets, countries to select from. So I started to build bridges with these potential employers to understand what they do and where would I fit in. And the more I did it, the more I learned what best suits my interests. And at some point, I had this holistic understanding of the job market and what's coming next. I felt guided. I was consistent in my approach, so consistent.
Honestly, I wasn't aware of most of that. University for me was about lectures, exams, and spending time with friends. That's what I and my friends believed in at the time.
What was your experience after you graduated?
Upon graduation, I already knew where to start. I knew which industry, which sector, and even which country. I was prepared and ready.
Well, after university, I was happy, of course. I wanted a degree and I got one. But then I felt lost. I struggled to find a job. I eventually found one to get me started, but that was when reality checked in. That was the time when I understood the difference between practical and academic life. It's very hard to explain the feelings, but it felt like there's a missing piece of the puzzle. It felt like, I'm living the consequences of my decisions, and that was very stressful. I blamed it on everything, on everyone except myself.
Those were two fictional scenarios, but we see them everywhere. The decisions taken by those two friends led to two different paths, happy and unhappy. Your choice.